How do you approach goal setting with your clients?
Goal setting is a tough one because I think people get a bit too overzealous with it. So the tendency for people when they set goals is to set them based on arbitrary metrics or metrics that are really challenging to track. Especially in the business world, what I'll see is I want to be the best coach I can be, or I want to serve my clients to the highest degree. When it comes to my coaching clients, they'll say, I want to lose 10 pounds, or I want to lose 20 pounds, or I want to add X amount to my total. And those are all fantastic goals, but they lack a lot more context. So what I'll usually have clients do is put on paper what they actually want to get out of achieving those goals. So they might want to lose 10 pounds, but why do they want to lose 10 pounds? Perhaps it's to improve their body composition or to improve their self-worth, whatever that might be. There needs to be a why behind the goal, because that will let us dive deeper into how to actually structure the plan to reach that goal. A lot of the time, weight loss goals or strength goals are rooted in some level of insecurity or some level of personal history. And it's actually the things that are leading to that goal that they're really after. I ask this question to a lot of my clients is, if you lost 10 pounds, but you looked in the mirror and you looked exactly the same, would you be happy? And they'll say no. Or if you gained 40 pounds, but you were the most shredded you've ever been, would you be happy? They say, absolutely, I'd be happy. So it's really understanding that losing 10 pounds is just some arbitrary metric that they've attached to this underlying goal of achieving the body that they want or achieving the result that they want. The other piece here is once you have that dialed in, why they want to achieve that goal, you have to put the roadmap in place of small measurable goals that lead you towards that goal. So it's almost like building a staircase where that big goal in the long term and all the steps along the way to get to that. So if you say, I want to be the best coach possible for my clients, well, you're probably going to have to do some continuing education. You're probably going to have to revamp your service delivery in terms of your templates and your communication strategies and your business practices, and all of these things along the way will lead you towards being the best coach possible. And through that roadmap, what actually happens a lot of the time is people change that end goal. Or as people transition through those measurable steps, that end goal changes or that end goal gets bigger. So the way I approach goal setting is, yeah, that's great. Let's have that overarching goal. But it's really those small measurable goals along the way that we're more interested in, because those are the ones that are going to have more meaning. The last piece here is when you're talking to your clients about goals, it's important to be empathetic, and it's also important to balance that empathy with the understanding that when someone sets a goal, they're agreeing to the steps required to meet that goal. The easiest example here is, drastic weight loss. Drastic weight loss is uncomfortable. There are going to be times when you're hungry. There are times when you're going to be very tired. You will have cravings. You may or may not have performance drop off, depending on the approach that you're taking and the severity of the intervention. But in order to get the body that you said you wanted, or in order to achieve that end result you said you wanted, these are the steps that are required along the way to meet that goal. You have agreed to the steps because you want to achieve the goal. You also know that no one's going to slap your wrist or punish you if you fall off or if you don't achieve that goal. It's yours and yours alone. So having that understanding that you're making the decision every day to wake up and pursue your goals, to check off those little boxes, to take those little steps on the way towards that big overarching goal, that's the daily wins that you're trying to stack up. So in summary, if you're looking at goal setting, yeah, let's have that big overarching goal. Let's set benchmarks along the way that are measurable and timely, that we can check off, whether on a daily or weekly basis, so that we build momentum towards that goal. Let's be open to changing the approach and changing the goal as our aspirations get larger. And let's proceed with the understanding that this is our decision and this is our choice, and we've agreed to the steps in order to reach that goal. So there's no excuses, there's no feeling sorry for yourself, and it's totally okay if you want to change course.